YouTube? It is your favorite game here, Above Average Cody, coming at you with a very important Halo Infinite Ranked video all about grenade placements, specifically on live fire. Today I'm going to go through some of my favorite grenade spots, where I like to put them to either break an oddball hold, how to secure power weapons, and everything of the sort. So we're here in Academy Training Mode with unlimited grenades, guys, so I can just throw them and just show you where I like to throw grenades. Now, first off, I'm going to show you going for sniper in middle here. Obviously, it's a skewer because that's just what spawns in Academy Training. So, obviously, at the start, I like to slide out here, guys, and I like to put 2 grenades right off this wall because they will ricochet and land right there. So if you can catch somebody off just running right for sniper, you can get them easy. And the reason you throw them from here is not only the angle, you can just step over and then just pick up the grenades. Sometimes I'll also take these 2 and I'll huck them off the ground right here to potentially catch somebody pushing through pillars, because by the time you use those 2 grenades, pick those up, and kind of process what's going on, your enemy will probably already be moved up pillars here. Now, next up, guys, I'll show you some things I like to throw over at Overshield here. A lot of people will just throw it, you know, one to the right, one to the left, and there's not really anything wrong with that, but you can't really get the player hiding right behind the OS spawn. So what I like to do, and I tell my friends and teammates to do this, guys, ricochet the grenades off of this garage door, and if you hit it just right, the grenade will actually bounce back and land right where that player is standing. So you really have to think outside the box with grenades. I always say this, guys, like, all of these walls and, like, slants are not just for fun. It will hit it and go completely sideways there. So just don't be afraid to use the walls. I realize it's easy to, like, throw a grenade and just think and be like, oh, I'll throw it straight there. But those 2 grenades, if somebody's right behind this pad, guys, it's not going to hit them. So just use that garage door and try to ricochet it off. Obviously, you can practice this a little bit, but you'll have a much better crack at hitting that player if you're able to ricochet it off that rather than just throwing it straight at it. And this goes for both sides. This side's a little bit more forgiving because you have that slant on the wall right there, and it's a bit of a more awkward angle, so you can hit the wall further left to get it to land directly behind the OS spawn, because I promise you the kid's probably hugging that wall there. And then on this side, guys, really nothing too special. I'll usually hide behind this box and angle my grenades here so that they can scuttle past and go all the way back through sandbags, because chances are somebody's hanging back to do the same thing I just did with those grenades. So if you can get the grenade to fly a little bit further rather than right at sniper, you'll have a better shot of putting in damage than when you go up and chow. You can actually just finish your kills from the grenades. All right, guys, so those are really power weapon grenade spots. Now I want to go over some of the more popular oddball holds on this map, because that's like the best time to be using your grenades to not only kill players but try to put in some damage. Obviously tower, and I've showed you this grenade spot in other videos, guys, but this is like my favorite to do here, is to ricochet my grenade off of this pillar right here, because if you can hit it just right, it will go directly to back tower, and it's kind of hard to show you. I should have had another player load up in a custom, but it'll go right back here and blow up right against that back railing, right about in this area. And you can angle it differently. The hardest spot is on this box here. So if that's the case, guys, you can even, like, save a grenade. So say you're spawning back B here, you can even use one here, drop back, and then if you hit this just right, it'll clip that box back there and it'll land. But that one takes a lot more practice because it's way too easy to overthrow this one. Like right there, that was a pretty good one. But you can hit the box that they're actually standing on. I really don't do that one too often because it's too much of a risk of hucking my grenade over. But just think about using these backstops to stop the grenades. And then obviously, guys, the most like easy one is this one, because if you can do it just the perfect height, it'll clip the back railing. You can even use this little wall right here, and it will go directly back to where they're standing on that box. Again, tower is like one of the toughest spots. There's a good one. One of the toughest spots to get these grenades into, and that's why it's such a good hold for oddball. But I promise you guys, if you can just get a nade like that even, and just hit that back railing, it'll keep it from sailing off. And it's a pretty easy one to hit consistently because it's pretty forgiving. If you're really, like, close to, you can even just bounce it off the top, and it'll go directly into that spot. So just don't focus so much on throwing your grenades directly at the enemy, because as you can see, if you do that, you're going to send it right off the outside. Use the top of tower, use the pillars on tower, and just do your best to get a grenade up there such that it's going to land somewhere and do some amount of damage. You can even do some tricky stuff with these stairs here like this. Do some entry grenades here before you push up top tower. I don't understand why more people are afraid to throw nades. Like, just because you're so close to ball does not mean you have to sprint up there, guys, because they might not know you're coming. So if you can huck some grenades up the stairs before you make that final push, that's really the best thing to do. All right, let's cover the 2 more main oddball spots. We're going to go back garage because that seems to be really popular. And then we'll do some back green here because there are a couple good ones that I like to use. And I realize these all seem really obvious probably to most of you Onyx players, but for some reason, I don't see players using the walls and the bounds of the map often enough to get some really good grenade placements here, guys. And obviously, popular spot is here and window for garage here to hold the oddball. Literally throw your grenade and ricochet it off that. Explodes right at their feet there. If they're holding it further back, guys, same rules apply here. Very easy. You can even use this pole here to get a hard angle to the left here if you suspect somebody's down there. Because obviously, you don't have an angle unless you expose yourself here or you just fly into garage. There could be 3, 4, 5 enemies there. Use this pole and just scuttle a grenade over there. Obviously, the placement can be a little wonky because it's a rounded pole, but if you aim right about here, guys, obviously on the slant, like I was teaching you, like over here on Nest, you can get it so that it does a perfect 90-degree turn, and it'll land right over there where the enemies potentially are. And then up here is easily the toughest spot, but there is one flat area on the wall here. It's not a clean slant, because the issue is people hold the ball right here. They will stand right in this little corner, and it is the biggest pain ever. But if you have the freedom to get close here, don't hit this wall. Do not hit this slanted wall, because the grenades will go either that way or blow up there. That's not going to do any damage to the person here. But if you see this little flat wall here, guys, if you hit that just right, you can get the grenade stuck there in that corner. I have no idea where that second grenade went. Hit it just right. The grenade will bounce back into that corner right like that, kind of. Or you can just go up and literally just scuttle it in there like that. And those actually went further away. But see what I mean? Like, this spot is literally so tough to hit with a grenade. So just try to use that flat spot so the grenade at least blows up close enough to him such that it's going to do some damage. Because, again, if you just hit that wall and send it, that one got stuck on the weapon spawn. It'll just go, like, way over there, and it's not going to do, like, any damage to him whatsoever. But seriously, all these pillars and things in garage are strategically placed so that you can get those hard grenade angles. Like if you're in a gunfight, I don't know, and somebody's sitting there. There's literally just so many situations, guys. I'm not going to show you every single wall and pole to hit with a grenade. You kind of just have to think about using these wall slants and things like that to get the grenades to go where you want them to go, such that the idea is to get it as close to your enemy, obviously, such that they will blow up at the enemy's feet. And now I'm going to show you guys a couple things here. Rarely people will be holding the oddball over here. One thing I really like to do is hit this back area here, and if you hit it just right, the grenade will get stuck on that ledge there and it'll blow up. Not every time. Like, that was a good throw right there, because if they know you're coming from garage, they're literally going to be standing like right here or something, just trying to avoid the grenades, and they're just going to jump off the map. But again, if you can get 2 very slick grenades in, landing in similar spots, you'll be able to get that kill before he's even able to really know what's going on. And other than that, guys, just want to go over a couple more choke points on this map that you can really get somebody trapped with grenades. Perfect example is like using these ramps and things like this here, because people love getting caught in gunfights back here. They'll poke up with either plasma pistol, look for OS, or what have you. You can easily throw a grenade up and off this ramp, and it will explode mid-air right next to the enemy standing here. And it's pretty consistent, too. Like, it's very easy to hit those grenades. You can do this. You can hit it off that wall. Just very easy to use these ramps and elevation changes for some good grenades. Another example of that, guys, is right here. If you think somebody's dummies, say you're going for the oddball or for heat wave, I'll send a nade off this hill. It'll take a jump up, hopefully damage whoever is there so they get scared. Then you can slide through, grab the oddball, and then you are obviously off to the races there, guys. Just don't be afraid to use these ramps, because again, the same rules apply. If you throw the grenade directly at the enemy, you're going to in turn throw it past the enemy. So throw it at the ground like that, and it will jump straight up in the air. You can even jump it up and hit that door frame And the grenade will practically land, like, right above where you threw it. And it's just a very good way to use, like, the double, like, wall method or whatever the heck you want to call it, where it hits the 2 walls and then just kind of scuttles away there. And now up here in Nest, guys, not too hard because they put this perfectly slanted wall here. One thing though is when somebody gets damaged, if you're challenging from C, they like to hide like back here in this area because obviously it's the hardest area to get grenades into. But don't worry, once you guys see this video, you're going to be ready for that. Use this wall, guys. Again, if you hit a wall slanted like this, it will do literally like a 90-degree turn and you can just scuttle the grenade directly into the spot where you want it to go. Hit it lower on the wall if you don't want it to go quite as far, and you can hit it like directly back there. Another thing too is you can just literally hit this here, guys, and the grenade, if you hit it just right, will get trapped in that little area on commando here. And then challenging from the other side, you'll see me do this all the time, guys. I'll just hit this directly because it goes right into that commando spot. Like I said, this one's pretty easy, but again, same rules apply here with the ramp off the wall right up into the commando cubby there. Pretty easy nade spot. Behind these boxes, guys, just use the back wall. Again, for some reason, too many people love throwing their grenades like that to get it to the target. Like, use the walls, guys. Like, if you can hit that wall, the box will stop it from scuttling away, and then it'll literally blow up right at the enemy's feet. But guys, that's pretty much most of the main spots that I can give you that are really helpful and things that I really like to do. Again, I'm sure pros have like these super amazing, like disgusting spots, but you know, I'm not the best player ever. I've never claimed to be, and these are just grenade spots that I found have helped me a lot, put in some damage, get a lot of kills. I've been working really hard with the grenades lately to really just try to help put in damage and make the gunfights easy for me and my team. So just trying to get you guys thinking about how to better use the map so that you can hopefully improve your grenade throws and just get overall better grenades, guys. Because again, I'm not going to show you every single little wall, but just think about using the walls here and all the slants, the ramps, and everything, such that you can put in more damage on the enemies trying to either rat away and regen some health, or maybe you know there's multiple players around a corner or something, and you can easily just get that grenade throw and hopefully do some entry frag damage. But alrighty, guys, I hope this video helped you out. I hope it got you thinking on some new ways to throw grenades here on live fire. I do plan on doing all of the other maps one by one, so if there's a map you guys want to see sooner rather than later, let me know down in a comment. Other than that, guys, talk to me. Tell me some of your favorite grenade spots. Where do you like to throw grenades? How do you like to throw grenades? And is there any good helpful tips you have for live fire? But anyways, guys, subscribe to the channel. Tons of Halo Infinite content. I'm trying to get better at the game. You're trying to get better at the game. So we're all going to lift up and hopefully climb rank together. But leave a like on the video as well, guys. Subscribe, leave a like, the usual drill. I already mentioned commenting, guys. And other than that, super thanks. Channel memberships, guys. It does help out ever so much. It is crunch time around the holidays, so please do not feel like you have to get those gifts for your friends and family. But that does it for me, guys. Hope this video helped you out. Stay happy, stay healthy, and stay tuned for the next video.